I'm back with this radiator replacement here in the 1996 Dodge Ram V8 Magnum 1500. So I went and picked up, I think I got, this was about $140 online from AutoZone or Advanced Auto Parts. Advanced Auto Parts is what it was. And again, I'm not getting paid for anything for this, but I picked it up there. It was $140, got a 25% discount code, dropped it down to about a $111. Not bad. It's a CarQuest. It's a CarQuest right here. So we're gonna be taking this old one out. Shouldn't be too hard. I'm gonna have to take the fan shroud off, engine coolant, windshield wiper fluid, containers off the sides. Reliving this because I had to do this about, I don't know, 2 or 3 times over the last several days, replacing the water pump and thermostat, taking off the fan, the belt, and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it. If you're not aware, you're gonna have to take off the bolts. I only have the uppers on right now because I actually took it off a couple days ago. Didn't actually add the lower bolts, but there are 4. One there, one down in there. Same thing on this side. One there and one down there below it. Always easier to take off these fluid containers on the sides of this fan shroud. Yeah, and I forgot I'm going to need to drain the fluid out. Got me a container, going to do that real quick, and then I will take off the fan shroud. You can see I disconnected this hose from the coolant overflow, set it there, so it's out of the way. Now I can access these bolts top and bottom. I'll be able to access this. And the one thing I think is really going to give me some problem is this thing right here. I've seen some video on this. See how that works out. Set this off to the side. Preferably not, mine's pretty full. Preferably not on too many cables and things that may need to be damaged by the weight. I'm not going to take out the fan shroud here. Just I'm going to try to see what I can do. Move it back over the fan, because in this particular model, and I don't know if it's the same with all of them, you have to take the fan off to get this actually out. It's a huge pain. So you put it on, you have to like put it in and hold the fan in there and twist the fan on while you're still holding it. It's a huge pain. So I'm gonna leave that in and then be able to pull this thing out like that. All right, it's starting to rain on me a little bit. Oh man, getting wet. So I took this off right here. It's good to go, set it aside. I'm gonna have to take off this bolt right here. And then the same thing on this side here. I think would be good, and it should slide on out. If my math is right, it should slide on out, but we'll see. We'll see. I've been wrong before. I got a little bit too excited and went to take this thing out and forgot that I did not do the one thing I think it's going to cause me a problem. It's that little dude down there. This right here. I gotta figure something out with that. All right, so what I figured out down there is I actually thought, I'll show you here. I thought this piece here disconnected from that. Actually, this piece just screws in right down there at the base of the radiator. So you just unscrew that, took a pair of pliers, got it going, actually spun it off with my hand, so that was good. Here we go. Should pop right out now. There we go. Yes. So now you can see this without the radiator in there. You can see that that's the base of the radiator sits there, and one down there on the other side. Got your different connectors disconnected from the bottom. this one right here. That's all that's got to be connected there, and the lower, ooh, don't want to forget my pliers down there. This lower tube down there and the upper tube over there. That's all that really connects. From beginning to end, it only took me probably 15 minutes to get this thing out. And that's what's stopping and talking to you guys why I'm doing this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unbox the radiator. I'm not gonna show you that because you should be able to figure that one out. Slide this one in, kind of look to make sure all the rubber pieces are still on this. If I have to take anything off the old one, put those on, get it in here. There's only 2 bolts attaching the radiator to the top. Here, one here, and then right here, the base that's down there. So those are the only 2 bolts that are actually holding this radiator in. And then you just connect everything back up, get it installed. It looks like it dropped some transmission fluid or something down there. I don't know what's in the radiator, so I think I'm gonna have to put all new coolant in there. I think that's the transmission fluid. Yeah, so to give you a heads up, this right here, if you lean it down, stuff will drip out of it. Don't do that. Keep it up. Keep it pointed up. I'm an idiot. And that went in my buckets. Now I've ruined my, I've ruined being able to use my coolant that I just put in there. So I'll have to buy new coolant. Don't make the same mistake I did. I'm an idiot. This is where the radiator split. You can see the long split there. I mean, that's quite a bit. You can see where the rust is from where it had been probably started as a little leak. It wasn't really showing itself too much, but here's the top of the radiator down here. I mean, it was splitting. Every time I ran, it was split a little bit more. So good to have that out. Another thing to point out, these clips do not come installed on the other radiator. They're in a plastic bag, so make sure you put these clips on before you put the radiator in. I did not do that, so I had to put them on after I put the radiator in, which was a huge pain in the butt. When you're installing this, make sure not to damage the radiator at all. When you're putting it back in, just put those rubber knobs at the bottom back in where the base goes. Fits in nicely right there. Looks like we have a fit. Looks like we're good so far. There we go. All right. We're looking pretty good right now. We're in here. I don't see anything that's not fitting in too well. That piece at the bottom came with its own piece. I'm going to use the one that's already there. Hope that works so I don't have to try to figure out how to get that thing connected. I don't know what it is. I'm sure if you're watching this, you're probably like, this guy's an idiot, but that's what I'm gonna do. We're in. Nice and shiny. All right, don't dent the coils. And just so you know, this is a 10mm socket right here. The bolt's at the top of this radiator. It's 10mm, sorry, didn't tell you that. Get it a little snug in here. Don't crush out those rubber spacers. Get the other side over here. Luckily, I already have a brand new radiator cap. 16 pound. It's been stormy here and the sun's just now coming out. Just in time for me to finish it up and get really hot. That's all right. I have this truck running in no time again. So I put the radiator back in. I bolted the top. I've kind of hand tightened the I think the transmission line there that goes in there. If I'm wrong on that, sorry, correct me below. Get ready to put all the piping back on, tighten everything back down. Then run to the store real quick and grab some more coolant. I actually might have some here. I think I bought a bunch. I'll go look for that. I'll get everything back on and then top off the system and we'll be good to go, man. We'll have this truck running again. You know, working on trucks is frustrating, especially if you're not super knowledgeable, but I had to teach myself, and I did get the water pump on and thermostat and learned how to take all of this stuff off here myself. I would definitely put myself on the lower end of knowledge of cars and the functionality, but I'm good at following directions, and I think I'm pretty intelligent. But you know, if you put in the time and the effort, you can kind of learn. But again, some things are just for the experts, and I know the mechanics who watch these things, and definitely there's some things that they need to be doing, and my Toyota Matrix is probably going to need a professional's help, but we'll see. I might be making videos about that. Okay, now I'm done with installing the radiator. I have it all in, it's all bolted in. I got all of the parts connected. Connected. Down there, connected. Hopefully that doesn't give me any problems down there, the transmission line. I'm worried about that. Container back on. Coolant overflow. Got the windshield wiper on. Got the upper tube up here connected. Bolted back in. I'm ready to go ahead and put some coolant in here, start the vehicle up, bleed it, burp it a little bit, and get the air out of the system, and hopefully have a functioning truck now, and this will be done with. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this and let you see how it turns out, good or bad either way. All right, start it up, let the system squeeze the pipe, burped it a little bit. I need to go get a little bit more coolant. I think we're running good. I'm about to throw the radiator cap back on this bad boy. I call it a success so far. If it's not, you're gonna find out. But thanks for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe to this new channel. There's gonna be more things on here than just trucks and fixing cars. There's gonna be all kinds of stuff. So I appreciate you coming along for the ride. Y'all take care.